Yeah, we need to double our efforts against to counterattack on the OTKs, alright? You know? I don't know, it's like this card is like the only thing. It's like the only way we were able to beat Druid. Why, like, you shouldn't nerf it. I don't know. It was really a garbage card until the meta became so polarized that you could do something like this, you know? Anyways. But yeah, a good, you know, it is always interesting when you're kind of feeling crappy and you go to the gym and you just feel so much better. But what, let me go back to the Blizzard nurse, what they said. Wait, Firehawk is getting nerfed? And I don't know. I'm surprised they're preemptively nerfing Shaman. I don't know. But Shaman is the strongest, but like, I don't know. It just is annoying. You ever take Cassandra here? I don't know. It's not actually that useful, but I mean, it is. If you plop it down, it's at 10 health. Maybe you do. I think I'll take. This I can play on 5. Alright, I'll just take this. It's actually insane the more I think about it. I don't know. I mean, are they increasing the mana cost of Firehawk? Like, why? I don't know. I mean, Cub. I mean, all the Druid stuff. I'm guessing Hamul's getting frickin'. I'm guessing the Cub is gonna be a 1/1. I don't know. I wonder what the effect on the 3. If they just make it 4 mana, it's kind of bad. I kind of liked the card for Token Druid, so I don't know. But it is broken, so. Dude, yeah, do we play Hostage Mage tomorrow? In Wild? Well, because it's our last chance. I want to see if I can, I'd rather just try and hit like another Gladiator combatant here. Big Slam here? Probably do. You just want to draw a real card. You know, it'd be great if they played like a 1/1 here. Wait, that actually might be great. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, not great, but like manageable? I don't know. Alright, we'll see. Double face there? You gotta be joking me. Wait, they're buffing Rogue? Yeah, they're not. Yeah, why aren't they buffing, like, I don't know, dude. Dude, like, the reason Rogue is getting buffed is because the Rogue lobby is the strongest lobby in the history of Hearthstone. Alright? Everybody knows it. Rogue is like, dude, Priest can be garbage for years. Rogue is garbage for one day. Alright? He was like, oh no, I can't live. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, chat.
Spectacular.
Holy, hanging in their hands, gamer chat. These. Why do you think the mage secret is here? Well, it's probably flames. Ever have any like wacky lethals with weapon because it kills the stuff? I don't know. Wait, maybe I have it with I played a fire spell yet? Got him.
Spectacular.
Deathwing versus Garrosh.
At last, Azeroth will break.
This is like actually really good, right? They could get like another, I don't know, Tortolin or something. Second Tortolan is huge. If you pull a Tortolan, I kind of just get wrecked here. Son of a very bad chat. I need to cycle in there. Wait, ooh! Get in their hands game. Chat, we need more. Look, everyone we're nerfing Druid, but other classes should have been nerfed. I think they should have gone Minority Report and preemptively nerfed anything that could have been an OTK deck in the next 2 years. Alright? Why even allow OTK decks to potentially exist? That baffles me, alright? Chat, you know, it's weird. It's why is it so hard precogging? Because it's so easy once the deck is OP to say, of course this deck was going to be OP. How could have Blizzard not known the thing that was so obvious to me currently right now in this moment that nobody knew until this moment?
Where shall I strike?
Tank the 7 here. Let's see, 5. This is very good odds we don't kill it. That's not the move in here. I could have put this drawn a little bit. Alright, we beat Tortolan. The easiest way from the win is random nonsense, like a randomly generated Grom, but if they don't have a randomly generated Grom... I think we win because of the second Tortolan here, unless they run Deathwing, and then we might lose. Actually, if they run Deathwing, we probably lose. So we'll see. One, four. One, four.
What to burn next? Time to strike is now. All life ends in now. This one displeases. This one displeases me.
No Yasandra? No. We have an exclamation point. I don't know. I guess today there would be lots of thoughts, questions. I mean, I wouldn't have nerfed Gladiator. Literally, okay, chat. Let's think. Look at this. Nerfing Gladiator is like nerfing chemotherapy because somebody got sick from the chemotherapy. It's like, bro, like this is the only thing keeping cancer at bay. You know, and it's
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Strike is now.
I probably should save this Tortolan for Saladrasil. Mercury's and Grudge, it sounds pretty fun. Is there a reason for Yasandra? I mean, the short answer is she sucks. The real answer is when you're in against a druid, when you play Gladiator, if you pull out Yasandra, you lose the game because you didn't clear the board. Where if you pull out this guy, you win the game. So that's like the very kind of simple analysis of why Yasandra good. Okay, short answer. Winning is good, but it's yeah. I'd love to draw I don't think they have an answer for my other Tortolan here, so I think I'm just gonna slam it.
Impossible. You're not what my...
Got him. I guess I just suck. I mean, lots of people at High Legends still play Yasandra. I was the first person to cut the card. A lot of people then kind of did it. The Yasandra build still is decent. But when you're up against 50% Druid, it's very clear, in my opinion, to cut the card that loses you the game. So... I mean, usually innovative deck ideas come from people who are willing to question the status quo. You know, only a genius could think, I should cut the card that the deck is named after. All right? But that's what the No Hands does, all right?
Deathwing versus Illidan. This ends now.
At last, Azeroth will break.
I just want to play Death Knight and gain a bunch of life.
Either the Legion dies, or I die with it!
Job's done.
Are you gonna finish? I think so. See if we can get the top. If I can get the top 100, then but I have some sex cult birthday plans for tonight, so I can't stay up all night. Do you love sex cult for the chat? I don't know. Later, dweebs. I think I told you guys this, chat, but I was talking to my mom about the weird how everything. So when I was like 15 through like 18, I was going on the internet, like reading about things, and then going and talking to my real life friends about the stuff that I found on the internet. And it was like I would do research on what is cool on the internet to use it in real life. Now it's the opposite, where like I go on into the real world so I could figure out what's cool, so that I could go tell chat, oh, this is what's cool in society. You know? It's just weird that it switched, you know? It's like the opposite of what it is. Is this like kind of good? Probably is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's more like, as I think as someone who lives on the internet, I have to go out and talk to real people to like to not go off. You know how, like, think about all the streamers that go off the deep end and then they do something really stupid that destroys their career, and everyone's like, "Wow, why would they do that? What an idiot!" It's because, like, when you stay in the chat for too long, you start to go insane. All right. How broken Druid is in the third, and my build wasn't even good, dude. Compared, I mean, we couldn't play Imbue Druid in the Theory Craft, so not really. The Token Druid's actually not broken; it's just good, but no one plays it because Imbue Druid's way better. So, if you were to go off the deep end, how would you do it? I don't know. I think I would just like start like heavily moralizing things that aren't this. So I would start you know, people who played OTK decks, I would like start harassing them and saying like then saying like you're a terrible person, and I'd say you know, and then I'd call for their employer to fire them for playing an OTK deck, you know? I already do that. And then, you know, I do witch hunts and like say, oh, turns out level 100 Magikarp's wife played an OTK deck in 2023. All right. And he never came, you know. And then they'd be like, no hands, you know, people have different beliefs, all right? Not everyone is an anti-OTK player like you, all right? You know, you need to accept, and then, you know, that's how I think I'd go off.
Darkness rises.
Bad. Top deck Gladiator because, ooh, I wonder if there's some, like, good outs here. Take Sheep Mask here, or take 4 all time? So if I go Sheep Mask, I can go Sheep Mask, trade. But if you go Sheep Mask, would the Death Rattle affect the stuff in there, or do you take 4 all time?
Where shall I strike?
No, I think I'd... See if it works. It did work the way I wanted it to. Let's go. Hanging in their NoHandsGamer, chat. Just try to hang in there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a 2-turn kill deck, alright? You know, you set up the lethal, do the planning. Your opponent has one last chance to stop ya.
arrows short.
Ooh, missed a spot.
Well, this sucks. Alright, give me the 50-50. No hands needs. Holy hit the 50-50 hands gamer chat. They get there here. Son of a gun, chat. Be dead. All that to die. You know what I weirdly, strangely feel really good on my fast days. I feel like I'd be happier if I ate less, yet I'm always hungry. So annoying. Just in life in general.
Deathwing versus Malfurion.
You won't feel hungry if you do. No, I fast together. I don't like fasting every day. It's too much stress on the system. Not a fan. Full keep to avoid top decking. We're exposed to a lot of food marketing. You know what? I don't. So you know why I eat a lot of food? Is so okay. I put the food in my mouth and it goes, and I like that. Even if I try and stop, my brain's always like, we should put more. It's brutal, dude. Like it just, I just like lose a little bit of my free will, you know? Son of a gun, chat. Most accurate representation. Chat, it's the realistically portraying things. Sans gamer here. Yeah, and it's like once I start, dude. Ooh, that's a mistake. They should buff this. I think they're playing around Execute, but I think they're better off playing around Gladiator. I think we win because we have this, so even it's hard for them to kill us here. We have no ramp.
Spectacular. Ready for. We defend the dream.
impressed in your plays. I know. Chad, what can you say? What can I say? I'm an impressive guy.
I cannot.
Do you think Yasandra should be in the deck since it can spawn Draconix? These are just...
I concede.
So, I obviously am not running Yasandra, so I obviously don't think that. Right? Do you recognize, oh, I have all these dragony things, Yasandra would be good. Right? Now, here's the thing, if Yasandra was a spell, if there was a 7-mana spell that said summon a Yasandra, we would definitely run Yasandra. But it's not, and we don't want to pull it out with our Gladiator. It's really that simple.
Deathwing versus Elise.
Class is in session.
Azeroth will break. Work.
Which better is better, the one that, or with Yasandra? Chat, it's just kind of like saying someone, hey, who's hotter, your girlfriend or Margot Robbie? Like, obviously, my girlfriend, because I would just go out with Margot Robbie if you know, I thought she were hotter, but you know, she's all right, you know, but she's cute, I guess, you know, to some people, but you know. Darkness clears.
You have legendary skill, my friend.
Chad, how am I so good at this game, dude? I don't even know. Holy shit, this guy is bald. Alright. Alright, this is done. Ooh, we'll take the Yasandra chat. Good actually. Why no Viper in this deck? Would you consider joining a swingers club? I considered joining a swingers club, like very loosely, because someone said that I met at a bar. He was like, "You should come to the swingers club. Bring your girlfriend. You know, have a good time." Yeah, this is like this. Yeah, somebody tried to get me to join a swingers club. I didn't. Wait, what the? I don't know.
What separates dream from madness? Paradoxical!
But yeah, what did I say? I don't know, dude. Should do that. Everybody likes the idea of non-monogamy until somebody's like, "All right, I'm going in the other room with your wife. See you soon."
Our courage will not wane.
That's why I have a pack of wife.
What separates dream from madness?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it'd be good to have Druid be gone. Would you consider joining a Siegers club? You know, not right now, but in like 30 years, I could see it happening.
Victory is yours.
Favorite mythic skin? I don't know. I mean, I like this Deathwing one. It's probably the best one ever. Though Yogg is pretty. Though people don't like the Yogg like belly noises.
Protect the wild.
At last, Azeroth will break.
Get in my belly! Come on!
You ever just take jackpot to play it next turn? Kind of deep. I don't know. Give me some sick value. We'll keep it. I don't know. It's just kind of a fun new haircut. Prepping for the summer. I mean, it's like I gotta haircut. I don't know. It's my new Statum lifestyle. I think I look better. It's like it's kind of embracing baldness, but not going all in. It's like a. It's like it's like calling the check raise instead of 3-betting. Ooh. The only way to embrace baldness is by going all in. Looks, I don't know.
Must have slept in.
Chat, the only way to embrace blah 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 is the blah blah blah. Like, what are we talking about here? Get wrecked, Yugi boy. Subathon for a trip to Turkey? Dude, I don't know, dude. Can't I just be uglier? Ah, it's so annoying that, like, everything has to be fixed in life, alright? Dude, you know what's like, dude, these poor celebrities, even though they have it pretty good overall. Dude, like, you see these posts of these, like, 40-year-old celebrities, especially women, who are still beautiful. But it's always this like, oh, they used to be a good person. Now look at them. Slightly less attractive. What a terrible person. They should have thought twice before this, you know? Like, it's just like this, like, now they're evil, alright? Chat, nothing worse in life than being ugly. That's what I've learned from the world, alright? I don't know.
Deathwing versus Malfurion.
The nightmare shall end.
At last, Azeroth will break.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, look, remember, you might think, oh, I'm just aging, and as you age, you lose hair, and that's life. And, you know, like, if you're young, you don't have, you know, you could just be like, this person is slightly uglier than he was 10 years ago. But no, it's a moral flaw, all right? If I were a good person, I would have a full head of hair. It shows that I probably like kicked a puppy at some point in my life, all right? A good person would never lose their hair, all right? I'm a horrible person. No, here's the thing, Sly. You're probably a great person, right? Like, what, you know? If you were really a bad person, you would have lost your hair. So, you know, I don't believe you for a second. Right? You're a good guy, Sly, alright? Keep doing your thing, you know? Chad, if Jeff Bezos had a full head of hair, you know, people would be like, yeah, like, I actually wanted to, like, pee in this bottle, you know? Like, that just helps me get my job done more efficiently. But because he's bald, they're like, what a monster, you know, having the Amazon delivery people pee in bottles so they can do this, you know?
Time waits for no one.
That's why Elon is a good person, because he's gained hair as he's gotten older. I don't know how, but he must be a good guy, all right? Yeah. Blizzard's kind of insane. People with hair are bad. People confirmed. I mean, there are other ways to be a bad person too. Like I don't know. There are other physical flaws that could make you a bad person. All right. Not having hair is only one of the great many ways you can be a bad person in society. All right. Yeah, being short. You know, you should have thought about that, or I don't know, having uneven facial hair. Did you, dude? Is there hope? Look, you gotta go to church and repent. Be like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. All right. Dude, sometimes I'm like genuinely worried that someone will join the stream who doesn't know what the stream is about. And they'll be like, no hands, body shaming everyone except for Brad Pitt, apparently. Wow. We need to stop him. It's like, look. How can I fix? You shouldn't have queued Druid, alright?
Time waits for no one.
illegal. Interesting choice. I feel like I don't want to use Blizzard here because they just come back. Undetectable. I mean, like part of my I'm gonna ruin funniness by overanalyzing it. Part of my sense of humor is saying the thing that is annoyingly obvious, but everyone denies it. Right? So when someone's like really good looking, people will be like, "Oh, they just have a great energy," you know. They won't just say that they're hot, you know? They'll be like, no, they just are like connected, you know? Like, so it's fun to go the opposite direction and just be like, the one value in life, you know? That's kind of yeah, bring life to zero. So, and the funny thing is that's what it is. So, because like when someone says that I'm balding, if it's just like, hey, you look slightly worse, like that's not a big deal. But it's this moral statement like, oh, you shouldn't have balded. You're a bad person for balding. It's really annoying, but it's like that's kind of how the world approaches it, you know? Right? So it's like, I mean, that's part of my humor, right? Is that I take, you know, so. But I mean, like for my age, I think overall look very good. You know, I'm grateful that I look pretty good for my age. But what was I gonna say? You know? Yeah, so it's like, should I hate myself because I have one flaw? Does every person who isn't perfect have to not like themselves, you know? He's evolving. We should all hate ourselves, yeah. You look really good for 44. Shut up. Alright, whatever, dude. Anyways, please die. What do you recommended? I recommend you download your stats into Hearthstone Deck Tracker and find a lifestyle for you. Wait, that's what? Is it worth coming back this expansion? I mean, here's the thing. They give you tons of free cards. So wait till Thursday. All right. All you need to do is go play the game, play it for 30 minutes. If you're not having a good time, just quit. Like, you don't need to ask me. Just don't spend any money, right? Play it, and if you're like, oh my god, my dopamine is tingling, then just keep playing it. And if you're like, oh, my dopamine is falling off, then don't play it, all right?
Must have
bad actually. I think I'm losing here pretty hard, unfortunately. Protoss Druid? Wait. I'm not asking if Hearthstone is a fun game. Wait. So, what I mean that they brought out like, so for the next like 4 months you have access to old cards. So it's a phenomenal time to go try out the game because they made it very, very affordable. And yeah, so people tend to like this. Right now it sucks. It will be better in like 2 days though. So the game plan is to clear the board and then use that infinite board clears to like push 5 to 10 damage per phase per turn. So the game is fun.
Time waits for no one.
Bro, they're just going full defense here. Kind of bad. What to do here? Could use. Wait, did I already pull out my Tortolan? Yeah. Wait, they're just running Black Knight over there? That's kind of hilarious, actually. Okay, what exactly do you do here, chat? Dude, I don't even know. Surely a counter. So remember, Hearthstone doesn't get nerfed because things are unbalanced. Cards get nerfed because they have PR problems. So people don't like Gladiator because they feel cheating out a card is just morally wrong. That's why, like, in order to survive, you have to constantly be complaining about decks. Like, we need to already preemptively start complaining about Rogue, even though it's fine right now, so that we could be morally more outraged when Rogue is OP. So we could say, look, I knew this. The moment you nerf something else, Rogue goes this, you know? You also got to preemptively complain about Gladiator, which they already did. Basically, figure out what classes you generally don't like and start complaining about them, even if they only have tier 3 decks or tier 4 decks. Alright? Basically, complain all the time is the only way to succeed in this game. I'm kind of getting wrecked here. My streamer's so wise. How is it free to play friendly? All right, I'll show you after the game. So I can wait. They didn't trade for no reason here. That's weird. Wait. I was gonna take Grom, but I think this is actually better. Wait, these are all insane though. But this is, I think, is better because
All life ends in death.
if I can hit like a divine shield or something. I did not. Okay. Good turn, chat, right? Ah, son of a gun. Hey, they gave me another Draconix. It's kind of hilarious, actually. But we'll see. What the top deck like? Slash still here. And the 1 mana guy? They do. Unfortunate. Why are you feeling bad for druids? Druids are terrible people. New Harry Potter? I mean, I'm not gonna watch it. I haven't watched mainstream shit in a while. I might go watch Project Hail Mary. I read the book. I don't know. I haven't watched like a Marvel movie in a while. I don't know.
Tucked in nice and warm.
Is anti-magic shell nice here? I feel like it's kind of decent, but I don't know. Hanging in their heads, gamer chat. Just trying to hang in there.
Timelines converge at your end.
Wait. Well, I get 2 free turns now, right? So they just die, right? I win here? How it works, right? I get 2 free turns. Got him.
Deathwing versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
At last, Azeroth will break.
I just calm my boundless hairs. Xandark, you're looking for too much attention here, alright? Illegal. Elusive is really annoying. Is there hand shit here? Nice. Okay, do I get cooked here? Was I a fool for doing this play? I guess I wanted to hit Tortolan there. Go to 2-mana spell and deal Bazillion here. What's up with the... Oh, yeah, they have a clear. Okay.
Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild, the dream beckons. Corruption consumes all. Slumber!
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We know the nerfs. We know what cards are getting nerfed. We just don't know what the nerfs are, but we can guess.
Time waits for no one. Nature will rise against you.
We hit the 3-mana weapon. They hard brick in here. Brick and brick and a brick and a brick.
Must have said.
Alright. Bezos. Yeah, basically streaming in 60 FPS causes a lot of problems. For VODs, we have the VOD channel. It makes it makes everything. If I do a YouTube video, it also some people who just have slow internet, it causes problems. So this is the compromise. But that's not compromise. That's the thing about compromise. No one likes a compromise, chat. Everyone wants the things to be perfect for their needs. But yeah, that's the compromise. Right? Look at this nice setup lethal I did here. Pretty impressive, right?
A natural mistake.
I mean, I have fiber internet. Okay. So, Chad, I could do it for today, for one thing, but it causes problems down the road, all right? I mean, so we have to upload, do it, and then we have to download it, and then re-upload it, and then render it. Like, there's a bunch of...
Deathwing versus Illidan. This ends now.
At last, Azeroth will break.
All right. Good.
Either the Legion dies, or I die with it!
My triple symbiosis didn't work. I know. It did not. Chad, I hear Blizzard is preemptively trying to lower the RNG of all the druids at the last minute. They're doing the RNG hacks so that people won't be riot in the streets over druid. I would struggle except losing my hair. Yeah, I just don't feel like this, alright? Why are you freaking, alright? Why are people like, it's like you just have to bring up this conversation. Just like, oh my god, dude. Chad, you know what you should do? After you tell the streamer this, be like, go to your still very good looking but friend who she struggled with her breast size, and be like, you know, has a boob job ever you ever considered it? Like I would struggle just like knowing that my boobs weren't huge, you know, like just say something like that. That's gonna go well, all right? And then go to your this and that. It's just like, oh my god, dude. Wait, son of a gun. That's so bad. Nice idea, let me try. Oh my god, it's just like... If I can high roll something here. Does this help me get there? It does help me get there. So weapon hit, and then I have a 1 mana. Okay, I'll take this.
This one displeases me.
Just like. Alright, I lost. You know, I'm just gonna go put a hat on, chat, alright? Like, I have to wear hats, or just, chat will just fucking be like, you know, you kind of just look disgusting, dude, with your receding hairline. Like, you ever just like, how do you live with yourself knowing you're so fucking gross? Like, I would struggle going out into fucking public looking as hideous as you when you could just go to Turkey and spend like 2 months of your life and thousands of dollars and with the potential of investing to fix that fucking ugly shit, right? Oh my god, dude. I hate the or chat. It's whatever.
Deathwing versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
They do win, alright? I just don't feel like it. Dude, it's just like fucking comment after comment after comment, dude. Just, oh my god. Oh. I have other hats, but I always lose them, but the orange is easy to find.
Time waits for no one.
Dude, my point is, if it didn't look bad, you guys wouldn't fucking need to bring it up every 5 fucking seconds, dude, alright? Like, holy shit. Oh my god, like, can't we just, like, fucking talk about the game? Like, holy shit, just, like, over and over and over and over, alright? And then you're like, oh, you know? Just, like, right? Dude, just whatever. Just don't fucking bring it up. Like, it is what it is. Like, just, seriously. I don't want to feel better. Like, can we fucking stop talking about it? I just don't care to have my physical appearance commented on over and over and over again. If you think I'm ugly or you think I'm great, both are fine, all right? I just don't want to fucking talk about it over and over again and be like, dude, oh, like, I just don't like we always have to solve this fucking problem, all right? It is what it is. This is my choice. Can we just not fucking talk about it? Just so annoying. Is the game generally over? I mean, generally it's much harder to win.
Voices, please.
Like I win those games also. Like it's not, I don't know the percentages. If your opponent doesn't put pressure on you, you can still easily win. Like if you survive to turn 8 and you get the Draconics down, it's still just very easy to win from there. Thank you. All right.
Is there trouble?
I want to see if I can hit something that combos off with my guy here. We could Lagash last stand. I mean, I'm probably just supposed to take for the glory here. You think bitter end to like give myself a free turn? Wonder if that's ever better.
What to burn next? My life ends in I'm destroyed as now.
Cheers, you guys. Yeah, I mean, so if you want to get high ranks with anything, winning with bad hands is a very important skill. And there are games also where you hit the high roll and you'll lose. So both can be true. You know, I think players have this very simple, like when they're starting, oh, I got to hit my good play. But you can win with bad, like you can win either way. So. This is where the 5-mana spell would have been better. I'm afraid of dying here.
This one displeases me.
Am I dead here? Yeah, I might be dead. Yeah, I'm dead, aren't I? They have 10 burst, right? Dang. Alright, did they already use Ysera Awakens? Never mind, I'm not dead. Not dead yet, Handscape. Wait, actually just dead yet.
Deathwing versus Gan.
Your lips will trample our foes. At last, Azeroth will break.
I kind of feel like keeping clutches worth it in the mirror.
State your business.
Do you ever take initiation? Because I can steal a dragon egg or an egg. Oh, I think I do. I'm gonna keep that. The weird one. You can't do it on the big guy, but still. What are we talking about? People can live forever, a clock on their arm showing how much they have time left. Do you approve of that? What do I approve?
Where shall I strike?
What is the approve of? I did see clips of it. It's a very interesting dystopian comment. Gave Will a million years. Yeah, I don't know. It's not an approve of, you know. It's like, yeah. Chad, they should remake it, but instead it's like you take away there's turns, and you take away the turns from the OTK players, right? So the main character steals all the turns and mana from the OTK players and gives it to the good, honest control players, right? What do you think about that? Would you approve of that, chat? Do you approve of Walter White? Chat, like, once you're an adult, there's no approving, right? Thank you, Nazim. I could kill this and I get another egg. It's kind of good to do. It's the high tempo play. All right, I'm gonna do it. Check, good play. A scrambled. I've more do over easy. I've probably done most scrambled, but I've also done over easy. I do more over easy these days. So is that fried? Like you just put it in and you cook it. Like but yeah. I feel like I stopped eating eggs because they became like only for the elites. So because they're so expensive. Chad, you know, I was over at my rich friend's house the other day. They had eggs, and then they had McDonald's. You know, it's. I was like, man, must be nice having just being made of money. Here. You value people stop working, resources will start running out. So not to comment on that, but I watched some books, some videos, YouTube videos on revolutions, and it's interesting this concept of there have been these revolutions where they revolt, and then they beat the government, but they don't have a new system, and without a new system, basically like people die in mass. I think this might have happened with India with Gandhi. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's more like this interesting idea of the fact that ooh, do you take the Wind Peak Worm here and just play it? Do you play the Yasandra? Yasandra is kind of nice, right? It makes it very annoying for them. I think it's Yasandra actually. Just max tempo.
What separates dream from madness?
And the taunt is annoying to them. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, as Robespierre. So it's Robespierre. Yeah, so it's kind of this thing of systems, you know, everyone will be like, oh, the system doesn't work. Even like one of the themes from, you know, a lot of like, you know, think of like Hunger Games, but not, you know, not the only one is like you get rid of you get rid of one dictator and then another dictator replaces it. So there's a logic to every system. And I think that's the idea that it's hard to come up with a good system that has buy-in from the public. You know, there's all these forces. Political science is really complicated. So when you're young, you can just be like, oh, this is this, but so yeah, so Snowpiercer, they're fighting. Okay, need to replace its management. Yeah. So I mean, even like, how do I look at it in Hearthstone world? You know, because that's where we're thinking. In the Hearthstone world, it's like I don't look for the perfect system in Hearthstone. Right? Everyone's like, oh, like the nerfs are taking a while, or a deck is OP, or you know, people don't feel perfect about like the like the randomness of this. They would like it to just be a thing that you buy, and I don't look for a perfect system. I look at the major things. One, is there new content that's fun? 2, is Hearthstone reasonably priced for the average player, where the free-to-play player and this. I look for some major thing. 3, is there no truly pay-to-win elements? All right. So if you have gold and you have dust, can you always, in theory, craft the thing, or are there ways that they can make it so you have to pay? Those are the 3 major things. If they have those things, I'm going to be like, you know, give them some moral kind of leniency towards, you know, I know something like the Deathwing skin, which is so awesome skin, little expensive, could be more clear. It's not, you know, 1 in 10, right? You can look up the odds. So, but if I look for this perfect system that just never comes, those are my things. So I more am like, okay, what are the major things that are also consistent with what Hearthstone's done in the past, right? When they do Corridor Sleeper, that was something that they had never done ever, right? So that's kind of some of my attitude. I don't really look for perfect systems. I look for what are the real marginal changes that you can make to the system. What's a real change that you can make to the meta, as opposed to like looking for this perfect meta where nothing feels bad. So yeah. But yeah, so I think, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's easy to like, you know, like even like I don't know. I did watch some stuff on like Hobbes. It's interesting Hobbes's point of view. Hobbes's point of view was like that basically revolutions are miserable and you should like try to keep the peace at all costs. Am I right on that, chat? Where it's like yeah, so I don't know. It's a thing of kind of a last resort. Yeah, Hobbes from Calvin to Hobbes. Yeah. Maybe 2 minutes ago. There had to be a single point of authority to. Okay, interesting.
Welcome to the crew.
The birthday of the 4 months. Thank you for the great content. I'm looking at the same politics, but yeah. So I don't know. But I don't have a. I mean, it's also the part of the conflict between Batman and Batman Begins, right? Ra's al Ghul thinks Gotham is so terrible that the whole city needs to die, and like this, right? Where Batman's like, we can save the system, we can fight, you know, it's so. I'm not saying what's right. I'm more just saying though that's the trade-off or the compromise or the whatever. So. Believed in the social contract, but business cards are only enforceable if they're transparent and consensual. So yeah, I don't know. You gig into monarchy despite promoting the social contract. Yeah, you know, it's interesting how, I don't know, what is the, I think I probably understand, there's all these like things in your like real life of these kind of like unstated rules and expectations that are like really important, but they're never like, you know, I think of like we talked about this the other day on stream, where the United Airlines guy that where like they had landed, they'd been sitting for an hour, and they like said he had to get off, and he didn't say get off, and then they like brought some people and like forcibly dragged him out, and people were furious, and they kind of had the, hey, we say in our contract that like we can kick you out for any reason, and then people were like, no, screw you. And so there's kind of these interesting things of like what, you know. It seems pretty good actually. Yeah, socially acceptable, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and there's but what were we saying? Should be a penalty. I mean, it's even like that's like at the core of like the idea of jury nullification, where if everyone just decides like on the jury that you're not guilty, you know, it's doesn't matter what the evidence is. Yeah, but yeah, it's interesting because I've been thinking about a lot of this stuff because of more like conflicts in my personal life, where you know people have all these like unstated expectations and people disagree about like what this friendship or this constitutes and what people are entitled to and what is reciprocal, and so there's all this stuff going on that people, you know, you don't, even, okay, I have a friend, all right, and he, I'll give you an example, and he has a very, sort of, I think I'm gonna say I think he's limited in his point of view. He is a very like one-to-one reciprocality where like he always wants to sort of pay his debts and be debt free in a way. So like well, let's say we're at like a little outdoor party where someone brings a beer, you know, like someone brings alcohol and I have a beer and I just, hey, have this cold beer, right? And he'll like Venmo me $1 for the beer. That's what the beer cost me, right? And he'll kind of think like, oh, like that's the
Versus Gan.
you know, that's the way he kind of views things. And I've like told him like, I don't need the $1, right? Right, no tip, yeah, no tip. That's insane. It is a little weird, yeah. And I've you know, I'm trying to help him, and I want to tell him like, I don't want you to give me the $1. I want you to find the other thing that you give me $1, but like for something else, where you know, maybe like. Well, yeah, just your, well, yeah. So it's more like, yeah, pay it forward. It's more like that doesn't create any surplus, right? So, it's more the idea is like most. So I think some people have this very like capitalist kind of, oh, this costs $1. This is this. And most of how value is made isn't like that. Like it's this concept of, you know, if I, anyways, where is it going with this? So I've been trying to like make him understand this, and now I think he does some other things. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting of, like if you have like just very cold like business relationships, well, I get the impression like a lot of it's like trading favors, right? Where but it's not like people can help each other in ways that aren't, people have different things to bring to the you know, the business relationship table, and it's not like this one-to-one thing. Basically, I haven't verbalized exactly what I want to say, but yeah, we're yeah, I'm gifting him this, but yeah, so it's and like I said, it's $1, so it's more like let's say a simple like reciprocity would be just like being around. Like if I give someone a beer, maybe I just want to be around someone that I think is cool, and you know, like it doesn't have to be this like this weird, you know, I need a beer back in this context, right? Like it's basically it's not like this exact science, right? It's all more about the vibes. Yeah, more cold and impersonal. Yeah.
What separates dreams from madness?
I didn't know if I was supposed to do that there. I don't know. This is dumb. This is questionable play. Whatever. Every time No Hands is yapping, you know, you know what it's like? It's like my job is to yap, and people come here to hear me yap. You know, they're like, every time I go to the burrito store, they're out like cooking up burritos. What's the deal with that? You know, every time I go to the gym, all these people are out just like lifting weights. What's up with that? There are people who try to freeload everything. Yeah, I find when people do that sarcasm, it's usually more of this thing of like, what's the opposite? They won't look at it as freeloading. They'll take the idea of like I want like the person there more for the vibes to the extreme. Well, they'll say like, oh, you just want this, like they'll I have 18. Okay, it's not a clean. You have any like wacky lethals here?
What to burn next?
Okay, I don't think I want to go Dragonix here. Maybe I should have. Oh, it's probably fine.
The strike is now.
I should ping this. I got distracted. The no cam would be epic. The friendship is the long-term parity, yeah. So, and like, so even like with my friends, like I find the secret to, like my opinion on the secret to sort of like the like, son of a gun chat. Oh no, dude. Wait. Well, that's unfortunate. I should have thought about this longer. I could have gone this, but I got distracted. But yeah, so if I like have a bunch of beers, right, with me that I brought, the marginal, like I already am bringing that, so I can improve people's lives without costing me much. Like the hard thing was this. So a lot of like relationships in general are like finding ways to improve people's lives around you, but that like weren't this thing of like, oh, I had to like, you know, go into debt for this friend, you know. Like it's just like, oh, I just do a small thing here, a small thing there, and that makes people's lives better effectively. That's at least my point of view on it. Okay. This be really good. I could turn one of my Draconixes into... I don't have many minions left though. I don't think I want any of these, even though this one's not bad either, but... Wind's twisting nether, I know, right? Just unleash the crocodile is kind of good. Of this if I ever do it. Oh, Toon doing his Type 5 stand-up. He's talking about his children's card game. Yeah. I do what I like about the stream as like, because this stream is, you know, it's a lot very similar to stand-up, right? I like that.
Trust the pirate's
I like that I can test out ideas where that's something that was difficult when you're doing stand-up because you only get 5 minutes. So it's a great spot to like me to like have something kind of loosely articulated in my brain and then I can figure it out in a little more depth. Wait, this was bad order. I could have low rolled hard there. I screwed up. I should have done it. I took the 1 damage on my guy for no reason there. Use like Salagicil here. Could be high roll here. If he's good, maybe taking contingency is nice. I kind of need card draw. Let's take contingency. Draw 2 is good. I think use Chandra here, which would be nice. Got it. Let's go.
What separates dream from madness?
Alright, let's see what we get here. Ooh, 412 is nice. We winning here? As long as they can't full clear here, I think we're a good spot. Wait, that's bad. They cost 1? Wait, they're ready. Oh crap. NoHandsGamer here. I have execute. How close am I to winning here? Searing Fissure would be a great top deck. Okay, that's actually good. How much Salagicil. Alright, I can go Salagicil. Put this back in their hand. I think that's the play. Let's see, is there a lethal otherwise? I can go execute, weapon hit, execute.
Where shall
5
I
mana.
strike?
Deal 5, deal 7. Then they have go the fire. This is 5, then it has 3. Chance I get lethal.
What to burn? Time to strike is now.
This is no dream.
They could have gone for lethal there. I don't know. Unlikely to get lethal, but it's possible. I don't know. This is probably fine. We go Ysir Awakens next turn. Execute, execute. Like, we're very likely to get lethal here. I don't know. Yeah, I think I had to ping that. I was like very likely to die if I didn't. We'll see what happens here. They have Alexstrasza, they wreck me, right?
Nothing can prevent your end.
I'll save the future.
Wait.
In the past.
What? Son of a gun, dude. Guess the double execute play was better. Take a depression break. More coffee.
Inside voices, please.
Time waits for no one.
These are due back tomorrow.
I concede.
Lunara!
The forest fights back.
Victory or death!
Alright.
Deathwing versus Deathwing.
I did level on my 100 magic carp.
Embrace the chaos.
Like considering playing wild tomorrow.
Wrath will break.
Any tips for the mirror match? Yes. One, if you can RNG into like a second Tortolan, it's insane. The big element of the matchup is the Tortolan. That is what wins games. Very convincingly in the mirror.
I cannot. I cannot.
So just be lucky. I was giving them tips. I don't know. Should I just not give people tips or anything?
How long have I been here?
Job done.
How long have I been here? Too long!
Chat, the stream, I'm literally the king of being one guide, alright? Ooh. What do you take here? Like, this is really good if they play the Tortolan. The hair is really good in a lot of situations. You can make a giant minion with that. Ooh, I think it's this. This is so delayed. I think I'm gonna take this. What do you think, chat?
Too long! Too long!
This is double battle cry. That being said, dies to execute, so maybe I'm dumb here. Well, Tortolin also dies to Big Game Hunter, but I don't care about that one as much. Because now if I go Draconux, I get the clear on it, right? So this is the other way to win this. If you have Gladiator combated on curve and they don't, you can really push for the tempo win. And that's like how I'm going to be approaching the win here. The tempo win is like you kill them before they can get their Tortolin down. You can see they're at 18 life, so they're not doing very well, basically. I could weapon hit there, but I don't know. I'm trying to give you the high level framework. So if your opponent has Gladiator and you don't, if you can execute and like get to like Tortolin, it becomes like a value war often. So I don't know, dude. I swear I should just never talk to chat. They're like, oh, I can't believe this game is completely luck based. I asked for advice and my streamer says do lucky thing. I guess I better go back on Reddit and complain more. Do I have lethals here? Close. Seems good. No, it does not.
This is the end of all things!
Got him. Would you ban people? I don't know. Because, like, what would Jesus do? Like, Jesus would, say, you know, remember in the Bible when there's the OTK player and they're all gonna stone her? And, Jesus says, he who hasn't accidentally RNG'd into an OTK from random generation, throw the first stone. And then everyone walked away because we've all like accidentally RNG'd with our control deck into an OTK. So, you know, and then say, you know, go and play OTKs no more. All right. That's what I would do, I think, for an OTK player.
Azeroth will
What? All right.
Job done.
Remember LCM, cards aren't nerfed because they're good or bad. Cards are nerfed because they have PR problems, and some people don't like this deck because it beats them. So
Brothers, I'll handle this.
You dare stand against the wind?
I'll handle this.
you know what's weird? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go Gladiator or join Total. Most builds run Hex. I don't really kept cards, so I don't really have to go in here, but we're just weapons pass here.
Death itself draws near.
I'll handle this.
All life ends in death. All life ends in death.
This one displeases me.
You really like casinos? No. What are these questions?
You
The rest of the tip is your book. That's a good point, Karma. I mean, literally, if you paid attention to this stream, everything that's I say in the stream is in the book. The book is more just puts it in one nice, organized fashion, right? So that's what it's good for. Just read the question. Wait, what was the question? I want to focus on the game, chat. You just auto lose the game? No, you actually are still alive. So you don't. Certainly makes things difficult, though. What's a way that you could win after your Draconix gets hexed? Tell you. Shadow Flame into another Draconix. There are lots of ways you can win, basically, when your Draconix gets hexed, alright? But it is more difficult.
What to burn next?
Are liquids included? Yeah, I'm not a Ramadan faster. I drink water as well. Got a big water jug. No calories when you're fasting, though. How long do you fast? I'll eat at like the night before, and then I'll eat after the stream. So it's usually like a 22-hour fast. It's more convenient. Why do you fast? Mainly weight loss. Is there a lethal here? Yeah. Syrah, 8. Wait, 7 plus 6, yeah. So if I can clear the board and play a fire spell, we have lethal. Let's see if I can get it in here. Okay, Ysira, this, 2, 5.
The sands speak,
2, 5.
and I listen.
2, 5, 8, 9. That looks like a lethal. I have to heal here. Son of a total in chat! You gotta be joking me, dude. You gotta be joking me. Oh my god, this game is completely luck-based.
There is little time.
The sands speak, and I listen.
There's still a fancy lethal. Wait, I could RNG into the 6-drop here. That'd be good. God, these all suck. Wait. This is 3. We could give it. No, it's elusive, so it doesn't.
Time to strike is now.
This is no dream.
Just.
Beckham.
Well, we tried, chat.
Deathwing!
I do it 3 times a year for 2 days each. I don't like doing multi-day fasts because like going to sleep fasted is very difficult.
Azeroth will break.
Yeah, when I go to sleep in a fasted state, it's very tough because it's hard, but your cortisol levels kind of go up, you know. So. Yeah, it's really hard. You can do it, but like even you know you'll have like I'll have vomiting. I'll have like that pre-vomiting. You know you're it's just real bad. So you have to like basically I don't know. If you train, supposedly if you train yourself up, but it's just a lot of. Like, end of the day, like, why am I fasting? I'm trying to find the easiest way possible to be hot. You know, that's what it's... So, that's a very difficult way. Yeah, I think that too, Panuri. I think if you did it a lot, you could eventually train your brain. But, yeah. I think it just... It's an advanced technique. You're getting good sleep. Gather all cards that don't. I want to brag. I just clicked the new expansion and for doing I've opened 75 packs. I'm trying it with no money. I mean, it's easy to do if you just save up all your golden dust from a previous expansion. But I mean, it's very hard to do if you don't do that unless you get really lucky, right? So it might. I actually enjoy my fasted days. I feel great right now. My focus is better. So I actually think it is not as hard as people make. Like it's not actually difficult, basically. So. I think clearing the board is more important. really fat. I do think just dieting in general, if you're overweight, like the first week, like the first 3 days might be hard, but once you get in the habit, like something in your brain like knows you've got all this excess storage, so it does make things easier. Because I'm not overweight, you know. I'm more just trying. I want to be lean, you know. I want some definition on the body. But yeah, some extra storage. I mean, I'm gonna look dumb when society collapses and all the fat people just like are ready, you know. I was supposed to just take torch there. Let's see. If you were 400 pounds and this society collapsed and you could only get a hold of 500 calories a day, how long would your fat reserves keep you okay? Alright, let's see what ChatGPT says. Dude, I love asking ChatGPT random questions. This is so much fun. Alright. Okay, 3,000, okay, for rough 400 pounds. 6,000 7 story. Daily energy needs, baseline varies a lot. So you'd last between 210 and 300 days on 500 calories basically. So basically, if you're like 400 pounds, like you can like hold out for about like a year pretty easily. High protein, low carb, no carbs, yeah. Like, son of a dream, chat. Can I last? I don't know, like a few weeks.
What separates dreams from madness?
I'm getting wrecked here.
Nightmare. Anything to eat? I gotcha. Feel like dying after. My first 2-day fast was probably the hardest fast I've done. I've done 3-day fasts though. I also find like when you're really fasted, it's hard to. So your brain, it's hard to like. You have to always control the impulse that says go eat, and this makes it like really hard to So you're always controlling that brain impulse that says you should go eat food. So that really makes it hard for you to like be creative or think freely. The secret to fasting is actually being busy with habitual work all the time. So not really creative work, just like always being focused on something that's like not so easy but not so hard. You can do that. It's pretty easy to fast. Which one do you think it is here? Like Intertwined Fate is really good. This could be really good too though, right? And I think I'm taking Intertwined Fate. Let me get a second Tortolin here.
Won't be long now.
Oh, it's egg? Whoops. What do I want to steal from their deck? They have like executes or brawls. I think I prefer Succumbs over. You take Clutch of Corruption here, or do you take Succumb to Madness? Probably. This is like 2 dragons, right?
What to
It's a little
burn
better.
next?
You're hungry. I think so. Some of the mentalities of getting mind over matter is one, like you having the belief that you're very safe fasting, which is not what you'll hear otherwise, but it's in my opinion very safe as long as you're not like operating heavy machinery, right? So you're not operating heavy machinery, right? So you're very safe, and you're going towards your goals. Maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's overall health. So you have this as meaningful. So it's your ability to use your logical brain to fight your emotional instincts. Now, there are people who have like, you should do that all the time. That's why it's only for a short period of time, which is 24 hours, which is not that hard. Where if it's like, so it's a delayed gratification. I get to have a delicious meal at the end of my fast, right? So that's how it works. That's some of the logic behind it. I think I'm just gonna go for Grom next turn. And hope they don't have an answer.
I've seen the end. We are
They have execute.
be thirsty. This one displeases me.
But yeah, I think it also like realizing that you can just fight your own brain, but if you fight it forever, it'll start eventually. Your prefrontal cortex will break down, in my opinion. Like it'll start just being like, I can't do this anymore, and you'll crack. So now, people like David Blaine are people who like push the limits of the prefrontal cortex. You know, he like really goes the distance.
Oh, Drake, that is interesting. Lexi friend. Like,
You love my new recipe.
Dude, what the F is my opponent's list? That was unfortunate. Back in X full late though. That's the problem with me damaging it there.
Are you winning this? Mysterious, let me just go into my crystal ball, dude. We're like, oh, well, let's see what the crystal ball says. We have to beat an Umbra. We have one execute here. It's a little awkward.
This displeases me.
We could deal 20 with the Great Dracos, but it's hard to get a full clear. But I can also tank 20 here, which is nice. So I don't necessarily die if I can't clear the board, right? So that's good. Kill one of them. Ooh, Shala.
What to burn next? Destroy this now.
Some cool plays I could do here, but it's too complicated. It's turned so complicated, chat. We've traded in here as an option.
Won't be long now.
some focus, dude. And I just died of friggin' Kalos, so that's the irony of it. I can RNG into some sort of execute situation here. Or how much damage do I have here? If I do this, right? I deal 6 to a minion. 6, 8, no. Alright, we reroll. Wait. Wait, I can just do this and then do 2 executes, right? I gotta do this. Double torch. I think it is double torch, yeah. 2 double torch plus erupting. Sometimes it doesn't get there, but I think we go for it.
Destroy this now.
We need 3 hits on this. Problem is, I don't have much value left myself here, so it's awkward, right? I have this Emerald Drake though.
Let the pain speak to me.
Oh.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
Had to be the wrong play. They figure that they don't win in fatigue.